Watch the native squigs in his habitat. Let us watch him scavenge for food. The squigs now picks up the ripest and most succulent fruits.
Alright, squigs, if you couldn't tell.
Tic Tac.
I think that was a good intro. I like that one. Except for the accent. It's a documentary. We're reviewing a documentary. First time for that happened. So, what do you think of this movie overall?
Overall, I thought it was good. I mean, I felt sometimes a little bored.
At times, but then they throw in a waterfall or something and you're just like, wow.
I'm going to tell you straight out. They made it seem like Oscar was going to be adopted a little earlier. Like, I'm not giving anything away when I say this.
No, that's in the trailer.
It's like this whole long story, then at the end he gets adopted.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like anticlimactic too with the antagonists in the movie, even though it was a documentary, right?
Overall, I think the length of the movie was well done. Because I didn't want to be in there for a 2-hour movie on Oscar and Scar and his dad and all this other stuff.
I would have been sleeping.
Yeah, and an hour works out perfectly for me.
It was more than an hour, hour and a half.
Hour and a half, then. Still good.
I'm just saying.
But what did you think of the names? Names they throw out there. Scar, for instance? Really clever Disney. Clever. At the same time, Tim Allen, well done Disney. Well done.
We'll talk about Tim Allen quickly now before we continue more about
the rest of it.
Monkey stuff.
Are you talking like me?
I'm
talking like monkey like me.
Tim Allen, I thought he did some really cool, fun things with his narrating. But at the same time, a lot of it was pretty dry. I think definitely he could have improved.
Well, that's true. And whatever script he's given to, he can only go off.
So with that said, is the word of the day, and there's no spelling.
There's going to be spelling on there. The editor will put something in. But his voice isn't like a David Attenborough. It isn't even Daniel Craig. I just watched that recently. That he actually did well.
Everything does sound better with a British accent, at least nature movies.
There you go.
It's a proven fact, time and time again.
What'd you think of the action pieces?
Well, Oscar, so amazing. I mean, the movements he made, they were so lifelike, and I just...
Yeah, and his dad, just the way he banged on that tree, I mean...
And just the way he picked up that piece of wood and he tried to bust that nut open. Way to bust a nut, Oscar. Way to bust a nut.
Way to think out of the box and go for the rock and bust the nut instead. Yeah, that was...
So, with that aside, it was cute watching our main character, Oscar. One other thing I'm going to add is listen to the music. They get very comedic with the music too.
Oh, so
and if you're paying attention enough, you'll hear it, and it'll actually make the movie that much more enjoyable for you.
Well, for me, going on that comedy thing, I think Oscar was really just like a stand-up Adam Sandler right there. Like, he did a really good comedic performance every once in a while. Not to me the comparison between a monkey and Adam Sandler is anything.
Everything else aside, monkey acting, chimpanzee acting, I say go out and support, efforts to help save different habitats for animals and, do your part.
Exactly. Maybe some of the viewers don't know. This movie was set up for the first week that it came out anyway, that they were going to support the Jane Goodall Foundation for the monkeys' habitats, that area, and everything that supports.
For me, I'm going to give it, I'd say 4.5 out of 5. It wasn't perfect as far as these types of movies, but these movies can never be perfect. So
yeah, I mean, if they took Tim Allen out, I would have given it a 5. I'm giving it 4. So 8.5 out of 10 Oscars. On to the next review. Just like a monkey, you can't even get it in your mouth.
Let's try. But anyways,
okay.
I don't know what he's humming. Some ridiculous monkey song.
Yeah, it's a monkey song.